Let's redefine the problem. How do we create more dignified homes that the middle class can either buy or rent within their income without sacrificing quality of life? The key to approaching this is to see housing first as a design problem. And I do not mean just as architecture or art, but rather as coming together to ask, how do we manipulate the things that go into the housing value chain, the land ownership, construction, and financing to create more affordable housing? And the first step towards that is, instead of focusing development on certain areas, on certain zones, let's distribute the development across the city. And I hope the government quickly acknowledges the fact that the city has already outgrown its linear development framework. And what must happen now is we must become intentional in distributing and decentralizing development. This will sound like a big elephant project, but it's all tied to simplifying it to the transportation network. And the keyword being network. Transportation has the ability to connect every other element of development and distribute it across the city. And we've seen government over time use transportation to spearhead development in certain areas. So it goes without saying that transportation remains the silver bullet, the single thing that government can use to unlock organic and formal development. And due to how foundational this is, it will only happen when city planning, land registry, works, environment, and transportation ministries working together to create and develop a framework to use transportation as a tool to spearhead development. If only we understand the amount of development costs that will be eliminated by simply connecting every land to a good road. And I get the fact that it's easy and convenient to scapegoat developers. The amount that goes into providing infrastructure in certain estates is often as high as 30% of their costs. And as unbelievable and exaggerated as that sounds, I hope it emphasizes the importance of improving transportation and using it as a tool for city expansion, and by extension, the creation and provision of more affordable housing. To bring this home, just imagine that you can buy land, build a house, and live anywhere just because you are confident that whether it's in Ekpe, Badagry, Saltwater, Aja, or any other place, you can easily commute to work, to market, to social gatherings at any time seamlessly and conveniently. But the reality is, as good as that sounds, that confidence will only come after we've eliminated the idea of centralized zones and with evenly distributed development across all parts of the city. Because with more areas opened up and access to prime affordable land increases, we can then start talking about public-private partnerships, tax holidays, incentives for developers, subsidized housing, and even supportive housing. It's then we can begin applying these principles and theories to ensure more provision of affordable housing. I hope this helps.